Hey guys, and welcome to part 20 of my playthrough of Bloodborne at 60 FPS. So in this episode I will begin to explore the research hall. So as for the research hall, it's a pretty big area and it can be quite confusing to navigate. It also has some rather annoying enemies, and the most annoying enemy that you will find in this area is the research hall patients, because they are the most common enemy in this area. And they're basically all over the place, so yeah, it's quite hard to actually avoid them. And they do quite a lot of damage by flailing their arms around as they try and attack you. They can easily be parried however, so if you want to try and parry them and do a visceral attack, that's a good way to get rid of them. Another thing you need to watch out for in this area is the acid traps. As you walk past these tall cabinets, you might find that they will suddenly explode acid all over, and if it connects with you, it can deal major damage and potentially could even one-shot you depending on how much HP you have. So the acid traps are definitely very dangerous.
Blop. Blip.
And as we take this lift down below, in the next room we will meet a new NPC who is Adeline, and we see that she's another patient and she's been strapped to a chair. So as you talk to her, she will ask you for brain fluid. And now this is something we can't give her at this stage, but we will be able to give it to her quite soon.
Murky, mushy brain fluid.
Another area we will need to watch out for is a large room which will be filled with patients, and you will see quite a lot of them coming down the stairs. So the best thing to do here is to have some blue elixir to hand, because then we can use it to disguise ourselves from the patients. There is still that chance that they might detect you as you go past them, so again you need to be quite wary of this. And on climbing up this ladder you will hear the noise of another patient, only this one is much larger than the others. And this patient can be very dangerous because he is wielding an IV stand, which he dementedly hits the ground with. So again, you need to watch out for him because he will do serious damage to you if he does manage to hit you with the stand.
I can't stand it anymore!
So as we climb up here, we will eventually reach the top of the research hall, and we will walk along a series of platforms. So you need to obviously take care not to fall off the platforms here. And you will also find some birds and rats in your way, so it's best to kill them and get them out the way. And in this area there is a lever we can push, which will raise the middle pillar here and the staircases, which will allow us access to the next boss. Also up in these platforms, you will find in the corner a brain creature that looks just like a blob. And if you kill this creature, it will drop brain fluid. And on killing the creature, you can take the brain fluid and give it to Adeline. However, you can't permanently kill these creatures because they do reanimate after you've attacked them. And on returning to the research hall lamp, and Simon here will tell us to kill Lady Maria, and he says that she holds the secret to the nightmare. And Lady Maria is of course one of the bosses we will face in the DLC.
She hides the real secret.
Wary of the frailty. There will be no lying young.
Please, could you do something for me? I need brain fluid. Oh, thank you. You're terribly kind. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, I hear the sticky sound. Do you hear it too? Oh, I know. I'll have you know. That makes me happy. But I cannot move. Look, on my right arm. I'm sorry to trouble you. But you don't mind, do you?
So on returning upstairs to the room where the wheelchair mob is, a rather amusing thing you can do here is actually lure in one of the church doctors, and if you lure him inside the room with the wheelchair mob, he will turn his attention from you onto them, and he will start attacking them. Although I'm not entirely sure why he does that. And it kind of makes no sense in a way, because we see the church doctor in the underground jail cell area, walking with one of the wheelchair huntsmen. So it doesn't make a great deal of sense as to why this church doctor would suddenly attack these guys, but it is kind of amusing all the same when you see him just suddenly go into the room and have a go at them instead of you. So after we've killed the wheelchair huntsman and the church hunter here, we can now obtain the second brain fluid from the brain creature here, which again you can give to Adeline to progress our questline. And just before I finish this episode, I tried to locate the underground cell key and the Loch shield, and the cell key will unlock the remaining locked doors in the jail cell area. As for the Loch shield, it's a fairly useful shield for dealing with elemental damage, but ironically as a physical shield it is pretty much useless. But it still looks pretty nice though. So that's it for this one, guys. In the next episode I will cover the Living Failures boss. So that's it for now, and I'll see you soon.